Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Internet TV. As always, my name is Mr. X, and I am your host tonight. So, wanted to do something a little bit different. I said, fuck it, no script, not tonight. We're gonna go ahead and do it live.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! We'll do it live! Fuck it!
So I just wanted to talk about the whole Louis C.K. thing. It's been on my mind for quite some time, and just wanted to kind of get it out there. It's disheartening what's happened to Louis C.K., and that's coming from a huge fan. I've watched a lot of his stand-up in the last several specials. I really enjoyed a lot. I can identify with his brand of humor. It's very cynical, it's very dark, and just the way he uses observational humor to poke fun at a lot of serious subjects takes a lot of talent. And, you know, Louis C.K.'s career, his achievements are remarkable. He's made such a huge impact on the community of comedy, and a lot of his fans too. It's just, you know, the environment in Hollywood, does it foster, you know, that kind of behavior? And evidently it does with stories like the Weinstein and Louis and Me Too and all this other data that comes out every single day. It's disheartening at best.
And I really, I jerk off way too much, and it upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so selfish. I don't know what it is, but I know it's bad. I know I'm hurting somebody somewhere. There's something wrong with it. Like, I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited.
And it's almost impossible to believe, you know. Fellow comics, even colleagues, you know, in that dynamic of the power situation where evidently he just wanted to, you know, whip it out, and he asked for consent, and some said no, obviously. Others were really shocked at the whole entire situation. And I can imagine so. I can't even picture myself in a situation like that, or how to react to something like that. It's really hard to believe. You know, some people come out and immediately want to defend Louis C.K., and I understand that. You know, birds of a feather flock together. I certainly. But at a certain point, you know, you gotta have to start asking questions, and a lot of people get really uncomfortable about what's going on. But the questions need to be asked. You know, and it feeds into another philosophy of mine, is that we get wrapped up in, for lack of a better word, idol worship, where we begin to put people on pedestals, and we no longer associate them as human beings, but these ideologies or this mythos. They're larger than life because they entertain us, or because they star in movies or play music or something of that nature. And I think a lot of that is the problem in Hollywood. You know, and more people are coming forward every single day about serious problems in that neck of the woods. And this isn't, you know, I'm a huge fan. I grew up on movies and music and pop culture and that kind of thing. It's ingrained into my DNA. That's part of the channel. You know, there you can expect references to the most obscure, ridiculous shit ever, because it's fun and it's interesting too.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
But you know, being a role model, that's not what I'm getting at, or I don't want to sound like I'm white knighting for, you know, these women, because there are legitimate concerns on the other side, and there are two sides to every single story. But it's about sorting out the truth versus the fiction, and using those truths to move forward and make things better for people, and have that understanding that there is a line with those types of actions. And you know, I mean, what was the expected reaction? Just be like, oh yeah, sure, that's no problem at all, it's not weird, let's go ahead and just whip it out. It's ridiculous. It really is truly ridiculous. And it's really too bad what's happening to Louis, you know. One of his largest fans, and it just breaks my heart that we have to see, you know, his reputation and his image tarnished by some stupid decision making. But unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation. And, you know, he made a statement, and he came forward and he said all the allegations are true. And while I do respect and admire the ability to actually come out and confront and affirm what's being said against you, that doesn't change any of the things that he had done. You know, what should happen? I mean, it's not up to me. It's not up to the public. It's up to the courts. You know, what's the proper punishment for doing something like that? I don't think you should be ruined for a lifetime, but I definitely think some kind of ramification to make him understand that, you know, that's not okay, regardless if that's what the culture is like in Hollywood, or at least in the comedy, you know, group, clique, circle of cool kids. But you know, it's all about decision making. And it's just, there's too much evidence now that this has been going on in certain industries for a long time, and all of that information slowly but surely pouring out. And if, you know, he's got to be a martyr or a victim, so be it. You know, there's too many people with too much money making stupid decisions every day that impact normal people's lives. And seeing so a little bit of degree of justice is never a bad thing. So anyway, guys, I've rambled enough tonight, and that is all the time we have for Internet TV. We were talking about Louis C.K. I want to hear from you guys, so go ahead and sound off in the comments below. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to hear more, or if I have piqued your interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We will have more just like this on the way. The next couple videos are on the way. I have one planned about the Larry Nassar case, which was very egregious as well. Another case that dates back to the early 80s, which is astounding. So anyway, my name is Mr. X, and I will see you again sometime soon. And as always, I will see you in the next video.